coming down to crunch time to, we couldn't keep dropping games. It's not that much season left, so, we obviously we're coming on to the same page. We're still a couple steps from where we want to be, but we've come together to be able to put a nice amount of wins together.
What do you remember about Auburn the first time playing them?
They're tough. They didn't play well at home. They're just coming off a good win against Alabama, and so we know they're going to come in here and play a totally different game than what they played when we played at their place. So we're expecting them to come in and try to beat up on us like every other team and make it a real physical game. But I think we're ready for it. We're kind of establishing how we want to play and just a grinded out game, and we're ready.
They didn't make a three-point shot in that game. That was kind of a big distinctive thing. How much of that do you think was your all's defense, or how much of it was they just, for whatever reason, weren't hitting?
I think we defended really well that game. We defended the three. We know what their guards want to come in and do, and even a couple of their bigger guys. But that was that game, and this is a whole new game. Like I said, they're coming off a real good win against Alabama, one of their rivals, and they're coming here, and we know that it's not going to be the same thing that it was in Auburn. They're going to come out probably hitting 10 times more shots as they did, so we just got to be ready for it.
Julius Willie just said that this team's had a problem with overlooking teams at times this year. Is that a concern Saturday with Florida coming up on Tuesday?
No, definitely not. I think, like Coach said, even after we win, we're approaching every practice like a loss, just for the fact of not having to overlook any teams. We're not worried about any team but Auburn right now. We know Florida's next, but we're not worried about Florida. We're worried about Auburn.
This team taken enough of those lumps? You haven't had enough of those reminders from teams that you thought you should have beat that beat you?
Well, I would hope so. Like I said, we dropped some games that we shouldn't have, and I think it was because we were going into the game thinking like, oh yeah, we should beat them. We know we're gonna beat them, and it doesn't happen like that. And they come out and punch us in the face, and we never recover.
Does it help that
Starting to feel like the vet that you are now?
I mean, I've always felt like the vet, but obviously I had to start out in a shooting slump, but I never really was worried about it. I was really more concerned about my team and not myself.
Does it help that Willie's back? It seems like he's the guy who he's the one who said it. We've had this problem. It seems like he understands and recognizes that this team can't take anybody lightly and wants to, be intense. You seem to bring some energy to you guys in the last game.
Yeah, definitely. Willie changes the game both offensively and defensively with his energy alone. He comes in and takes the game to another level. We pick up our intensity. We start getting after guys when he's in the game, and like I said, he just changes it.
Julius, when you first got here, you told us you'd never been asked to play defense the way you're asked to play it here. And now you're getting almost as much attention for that as you're shooting. How do you feel about that?
I think I always knew I can do it, but it was never really demanded of me. So that was probably my downfall of not making myself do it because I knew I could. But here I know every game on a night in, night out basis, there's going to be guys that can play and they're more athletic than I am. So I got to be ready to defend and rebound.
How hard is it physically to play that kind of defense?
I mean, it's not hard. It's just really it's something you gotta want to do. Defense I think it's something that guys want to do. It's not if you can or can't. I think if you play the game, you should be able to defend.
You enjoying it?
Yeah, definitely. I'm doing whatever it takes for my team to win. So if that's playing defense, then of course I'm enjoying it.